Hello kiddos, it's your old pal Toymaker here, and welcome back to LuGame. And I've been very busy lately, so I haven't been able to make content as of late, and I'm trying. I've just now managed to find some time to actually do it and actually go back to it. So without me rambling on this time or whatever about other things that went on in my life, let's just go back to where we left off. So last where we left off, we got through the con experience or whatever, and so far everybody's having fun. And yeah, wait, yeah, I might not be the best at explaining things or whatever, pretense, past tense or whatever, so let's just get back to it. Considering that most of us are tuckered out from the morning's travel and the convention's social overload, it's not too surprising that we end up back at our lunch spot, the convention hotel's restaurant. Also, I also forgot to mention that at the time of making this, the developers of LuGame announced that they were actually going to come out with more content, such as another ending. So I might work towards that ending if it's not like specifically, let's say you choose. I might work to it, depend on what that ending is. And I know I said I was going to show you other options or whatever. I might do that. I mean, I'll show you the different endings of how they go, but for now, let's just go the route we're going right now and just see what goes from there. Well, the lunch spot for 3/5 of our group anyway, despite the fact that it's the same restaurant from before, Stacy seems much less bothered about it this time around. She takes a long sip of her Long Island iced tea. Long Island, yeah. If you told me this place had a bar, I would have been much less apprehensive about setting foot in here. I'll keep it in mind for the next time. TIFA approaches the table, her steps quick and light as if she's only a few steps from a run. I can't say I'm surprised. She's always popular at conventions no matter who she cosplays. Hey, sorry to keep you waiting. People really seem to love taking pictures of this cosplay. I mean, I can see why. Where's Katie, by the way? Katie? She's taking a little nap right now. Why? Is it urgent? You need me to wake her up? Well, if she's thirsty, then definitely yes. I was going to treat her to something to drink. Okay, got it. I turned towards Katie. Oh. And I can give her head pats. I can give her head pats. Oh my god. Oh my god, my heart. Oh. And, yep, there it is. That's the screensaver right there. That's the screenshot I need. Oh my god. Head pats for days. Head pats for days. Come on, Katie. And snooze. More head pats. Wakey, wakey. Oh my god, she's adorable. She's adorable. Please, 5 more minutes. Give head pats again. Wake up, you're almost there. Head pat. Katie, Tifa's waiting for you. Still need to charge. And snooze again. She's just determined. Head pats again. Wake up, you're almost there. One more. Dante? Oh my god. My heart. Oh god. You're killing me here. Hi, sleepyhead. Tifa wants to treat you to a drink. Why don't you go with her? Okay. I was having a nice dream about electric sheep. Do you mean that electric sheep? Beep, beep. I'm a sheep. But I'll get up now. Ah, there it is. Sleepy beepy. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, also, they added achievements now. So, yeah. So, that's a thing in this game now. It kind of makes you wonder why they weren't there to begin with. Kenny and Tifa returned to the table together. A bouncing Katie's step. What took you guys so long? Somebody wanted a costume change. Me. I can't blame her. I'm sure she's still glowing from her cosplay's miraculous replacement. What did you order to drink? Cola. My battery terminals are getting rusty. Battery terminals? I look at Tifa curiously. I made the mistake of letting her know that you can use cola to clean car battery terminals. And Android battery terminals. Right. Somehow, I'm not surprised. As for me, I ordered a hot tea. My eyebrows goes up at that. No energy drink? Of course not, Dante. Those are reserved for special occasions. As in your, what, 3-night gaming special or whatever? Your non-stop all-nighter? Remember, try not to live off of energy drinks. Sometimes they're just... Actually, not even sometimes. Energy drinks are just bad, period. I mean, if you use too much of them, obviously. They're good for every now and then. But other than that, just... People, I'm telling you right now, don't live off of energy drinks. They will mess you up. I'm sure of it. I stare at her flatly. Let me be more specific. Special MMORPG related occasion. Yep, there it is. I'm on hiatus right now, you know. I mean, do you see a controller in my hands? Hiatus from what? Nothing you'd be interested in. I don't think. Fair enough. Anyway, did you guys hear? There's a game room there's a games room here, apparently. A games room? We all look at Katie, her expression shifting into something more sheepish. What? I like games. I'm guessing you guys want to check it out then? I admit that I'm kind of curious, but we don't all have to go. Whoever doesn't want to can just relax. I don't mind either option. Coming with or walking around the convention center or whatever, but what? Since when? Just this morning you were whining about having to stand in line to pick up badges. Walking around is not the same as attending to others, and don't you dare compare them. Yep. Anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, I don't mind walking around, but I'll be sitting this one out. If only because I want to get ready for the party tonight. Party? What party? The party I rented a whole suite for. What, did you think it was because I couldn't fit my bags in a regular size hotel room? Of course there's going to be a party. Okay, I get it. I just didn't realize I'm cut off by a fellow convention attendee clearing his throat. Ahem, sorry to interrupt, but can I get a quick picture of you? Me? Or me? He looks thrown off for a moment, but in the face of Katie and Tifa's hopeful expressions, he nods sheepishly. Sure, but I actually met you in the middle. Would you mind? His finger points undeniably towards Stacy, who takes it all in stride, tossing her hair over her shoulder with casual indifference. Well, I was resting. Alright, sorry, but if you insist, I'll allow it just once. Wow, you act just like her too. Wait, who? Who is she supposed to be? It's not even a cosplay, is it? Wait, hold on. He snaps a few photos enthusiastically, then looks around the rest of the table. You guys look pretty good too, but hers has got to be the most accurate cosplay I've ever seen. You are talking about Stacy, right? Of course. Katie takes up an all too familiar stance, all the cuter in the robot costume. Ulterior motives detectives, state your purpose, creep. What nefarious deeds are you planning to commit with those photos? What nefarious? I'm not a creep. It's just that, how could I not want a picture when she looks just like best girl from my favorite niche Bishoujo game? Bishoujo, what is Bishoujo again? I need to look that up. I know I'm interrupting your dinner, but you didn't have to be a jerk about it, jeez. Bruh. He shoves his phone in his pocket and walks away, quickly frowning. Katie, you can't just go around accusing people of having bad intentions and calling them names. It's rude. And more importantly, you hurt that man's feelings. But it was for justice. It's good to defend your friends, but you have to make sure there's something to really defend them from. Just be more careful, alright? It was very sweet of you, but I'm sure Stacy can take care of herself. I almost missed the word glance Tifa shoots Stacy for backup, and I'm not sure whether or not it has an effect, but Stacy herself just gives a laid-back shrug. Clearly I can. It was just a picture, and he did ask. Stacy took a long draft of her tea, letting out a beyond satisfied sigh. Honestly, I don't think this con is all that bad. Not only is his experience a lot less negatively scented than I expected, but the gratuitous photo ops certainly don't hurt any. Negatively scented? What did you expect us to smell like? Basement dwelling neckbeards or something? Tifa aside, of course. Hey! Way to put me out there, Dante. Holy shit. This protagonist does not give a flying fuck. I'm not even making these options. This is not even my dialogue, but he's just putting it out there. He goes from generic, like, he's not even generic protagonist in an anime or something. He just doesn't give a flying fuck. Oh, man. Yep, way to sell you out. I'm just saying, after all, there was that time when you didn't sleep or shower for all 3 days of a con, because don't say it. I laugh at Tifa's pouty face as Stacy looks in confusion, her hands on her hips. Look, I don't get what you guys are talking about, nor do I know what a neckbeard is, but it seems negative. So I'm going to go with yes. Can we move on to a more interesting topic now? Eyeing Stacy thoughtfully, I tilt my head in her direction. Actually, before we do, I'm kind of curious. Why did you agree to the picture? You don't even know who Best Girl is. Stacy I get it now. I get it now. I can get it now. That's what they meant by Best Girl. Like, they're referring to the devs, or at least the main dev, referring to Stacy as Best Girl. Now I get it. Or are they referring to me? I feel called out. I feel called out now. I feel called out now. Because before this game was made, they were showing off pictures of the characters, and I was one of the people who actually said that Stacy is Best Girl. Because, let's be honest, who doesn't love a smug girl? But now I feel called out. I feel called out now. Hey. Now I feel like Tifa now. Now I feel put on the spot like that. Now I feel called out. Now that I realize what they meant by the whole Best Girl thing, now I feel kind of called out because I was one of the people that specifically stated that Stacy is Best Girl. I mean, look at this face. Look at that smug cat face. How can you not say that this is Best Girl? I mean, aside from Tifa, but my God. I'm a changed woman now. Evidence has proved that this little field trip isn't as bad as I thought it'd be. Changed woman? Just admit it, Stace. You love the attention. I'd be a fool not to. Also, don't call me Stace ever again if you want to live. Okay. Well, I for one am glad that you're having such a great experience. Stacy pauses for to take a long sip from her glass. Yeah, I am surprisingly. Oh, and Pinky? Yes? I didn't hear the conclusion of that particular story, but FYI, not showering for 3 days for any reason is disgusting. Tifa shoots me an angry glare, probably for opening my big mouth. Yep, she does look pissed now. I stared down at my drink to avoid her gaze, barely catching the movement of Stacy slowly shaking her head side to side. She smiles unexpectedly. And here you wanted to group share a bed, Pinky. Not on your life. Group share a bed, they said? Group share a bed. What did they mean by that? Glass is empty and the check paid. We all sit back and let out collective sighs of satisfaction. Hey, wait a second. Not to be a terrible person or anything, but I just noticed now. Where's Alex? Wasn't she with you guys before? She had to run some kind of errand for her parents. I'm not really sure of the details, but she said she'll be coming back for the party, no worries. I see. I guess that's fine. Oh, right, I didn't read it right. I was hoping for a chance to hang out today, or that she'd at least say bye, but at least we'll see her later, hopefully. I hate to admit it, but I'm less optimistic than Tifa seems to be. Granted, I don't know much about Alex, but I'm pretty sure he's protested pretty much every time Stacy even hinted at throwing a party. Stacy rolls her eyes at my dubious expression. Why are you making that doofy face? Because I'm suspicious. You're telling us that Alex actually wanted to come to the hotel party? Well, she may or may not know if there is one. I just told her to come by the room later if she was free. There it is. There it is. She'll be fine. Despite the fact that this isn't really sitting all that well with me, Stacy's confidence is contagious. After all, she does know Alex better than anyone else. I choose my next words carefully. Alex hasn't really gotten a chance to spend a lot of time with us. I know she wasn't really all that into quitting the student council at first, but I was hoping she'd feel a bit more at home after bonding a bit. Well, nothing says yay friendship celebration or whatever like a party. I'm sure she'll show. It's not like she doesn't like you guys. Can I come to the friendship celebration? You're staying in the room, Bolts. Why would I have a party in the suite and not invite... Oh, right. That's what I meant to say. You're staying in the room, Bolts. Why would I have a party in the suite and not invite you? Yay, party! I'm surprised to see Katie looking forward to a social event, but I guess having people she knows will help. It's a perfect opportunity to gather intel on the humans and their behavior in their natural habitats. Or that. Whatever, just don't scare any of the guests away. But what about me? I'm not exactly staying in the suite, but a party of you and me would... Damn. Did you just not pull back any punches? Did you just not pull back any punches whatsoever? A party of you and me would be just fine. Don't be gross. Excuse me? Hold the fuck up. Don't be Boy. I named you. I f***ing named you. I gave you a name. I could have gave you such a generic name, like, let's say, not to call any names out, but like, say, John or Kyle or whatever. Or the original default name. I could have just left it like that. And it's different. It's one thing not to give a fuck, but this is just an extent that, my God. Stacy grins. So harsh, but yeah, you're invited too. She stands pushing back her chair. I'm going to start prepping. What about you guys? I look at Tifa and Katie. Games room, I think. Games room? Yeah, I was thinking that too. All right, the party's going to start in an hour or two. Don't you dare be late. After paying for our... Sorry. After paying for our bill, the three of us make our way to the games room. Hey, welcome. Can I see your convention badges? Ta-da! Here you go. We present them without complaint, and the check is quick as the attendant steps aside. Great, thanks a lot. Just a few rules before you really get in there. The consoles in here were kindly lent to us by private collections. If you want to keep their lenders happy and generous, please make sure not to touch the consoles themselves. Of course, the controllers are fine. They're not just there to be pretty. So yeah, no touching consoles themselves. And no food or drink is allowed in the games room. All clear? Yes, thank you. Crystal. Katie seems too busy taking it and the imagery with her eyes to respond. Katie, did you hear the rules? Affirmative. Alright, have fun, guys. Your cosplays are great, by the way. Thanks much. With final smile as we step further into the room. Okay, that's a bit of a lot of noise. Okay, let's see. Is that supposed to be a hinting at their new game right now? I know they're making some kind of Monster Girl game or something. The same developers that made this game. Medieval Waifu 3? Whatever. The lighting of the games room leaves a little to be desired. If only because some of the retro games are especially awesome looking and it'd be nice to see them more clearly. The noise is a well-blended mix of every type of game-related noise I can think of. Racers, one-on-one fighting games, even defeated groans of players and characters alike dying in the first-person shooters. Aside from the consoles, older TVs sit on the tables in neat rows. TIFA's odd voice at its best. I'm in heaven. Now this is a games room. See, Katie, we could definitely pull this off at a club if we had, you know, games. Suggestion duly noted. Tifa's eyes trailed towards a particularly huge TV from the 90s, the table groaning under the obscene weight. TV from... Are they talking of like the big regular TV, like the big TVs that before flat screens, we had the big plasma screen TVs? Or are they talking like the huge plasma screen TVs that's like a home theater? Because I had like a big plasma screen that's like a home theater, like back when I lived in a trailer, and my God, it's perfect for watching movies. But my God, it was heavy, like heavy. And yeah, right. Just as long as you do the heavy lifting. Me? What for? We've got an android. What? Wait, hold on. Alright. Yeah, right. Just as long as you do the heavy... What did I say before? Suggestion duly noted. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Just as long as you do the heavy lifting. Me? What for? We've got an android. What? Oh, don't worry, little tiny. You can do it. I believe in you. Oh, shit. She looks at the massive arcade games row nervously. Sorry, my weight capacitor has been pretty unstable lately, so, I'm just going to go over there. She makes a beeline towards the retro games and games consoles, her pace slowing as she actually reaches them. The moment she picks up a controller, Tifa and I made eye contact, an unspoken message passing between us. Dante? Already on it, don't worry, I'll keep an eye on her. Tifa nods, our group splitting as I trail behind Katie. Look at these visage consoles. Her voice is filled with a special kind of wonder. I can't help but grin. Look, Dante, this one's not even made of plastic. My scans tell me that this is wood. What was it? Oh, is she talking about the old Atari? No, was it Atari or Sega? Because I remember a console that actually did have some wood on it. I think. She reaches out to pick up the controller. Oh, it's a controller, right. Then quickly stops, her hand frozen above the console. I lift an eyebrow as she drops her hand. Sorry, impulse. She folds her arms. I don't know why you stopped yourself. We play the games, remember? So the controllers are fine. It's the consoles and TVs themselves. They're off limits. That are all off limits. Katie looks embarrassed for a moment, but I pat her on the head. Still, good job. Being careful is still important, yeah? Right. I grab one of the controllers. Now, who's ready to play some games? The time slips by as Katie and I play against each other, then with and against TIFA, and of course other convention attendees. Before I know it, an hour slipped by. Then 2 of them. We should probably start wrapping it up soon. The party would start without us otherwise. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm not really equipped to deal with Stacy's wrath. Agreed, my energy is totally depleted. Her shoulders droop. I can't believe I couldn't get past the first level of this game. I wouldn't worry about it too much. You got close on that last try after all. Yeah, but that was just this game. I didn't make it close on anything else I played. Except, I guess, when I was playing against you guys. Don't be so hard on yourself, Katie. You know, back in the day, games couldn't be as long, so they had to compensate somehow. Right, namely by making them mad difficult. I mean, Undertale is supposed to be it's supposed to look like a retro old school style game, and that game is hard as all hell. We all seen the videos of the battles with Sans, and we all know that thing is just beyond difficult. Like, you see people rage so badly when going against Sans, but the satisfaction that they feel when going up against, when finally beating him. And we all see that Cuphead also is supposed to look like an old retro style game also. And I can only count the videos of how people rage so much on that game. Like, you see people like chucking their controllers across the room, and even to the point of nearly breaking their computers or consoles or whatever. But at the end of the day, they are difficult games that are... What am I saying? Anyway, back to it. If they're so difficult, how come you won so many? Oh, that's easy. I play games all the time. And like anything, it's a case of practice makes perfect. I suppose I should practice playing more games then? I think that's a good idea. Go for it. Do you want to try another round with me, Tifa? Instead of replying, Tifa winces, rolling her wrists around in their sockets slightly. I'd love to join in the fray, kiddo, but my wrists are kinda sore from all these consoles. Carpal tunnel, is it? These are fun and all, but I don't think I'll ever be able to ignore the sweet siren call of PC games. Some people do prefer it. I mean, we all have our princesses, the console peasants and the PC master race. But yeah, I'm gonna second that motion. Not only that, but as cool as these dim lights were when we came in, I feel like my eyes are ready to fall out. The strobing screens are kind of a pain. I guess that's the other bright side of games are short. If games are yeah. But if I was practicing on these types of games, I'm not sure I'd make it very far. There's a small interrupting sound of feedback followed by a stream of rock music paired with a voice coming through a loudspeaker. Sorry, shoulder. Some has said that while legends are always told, only some turn to gold. Oh wait. Take your shot at hitting that treasure chest by winning this year's League of Legends competition. A sign-up sheet for tryouts are at the door. With a final guitar riff, the announcement ends. Legions of Legends? I know I haven't played that with you in a while, Tifa, but you still play, right? Only occasionally. I stopped playing so much after, you know. Why? You're not thinking I should sign up, right? Why? Okay, hold on. Let me try that again. Only occasionally. I stopped playing so much after, you know. Why? You're not thinking, oh, I should sign up, are you? I am, actually. Yeah. I think this is your big chance. Itis or not, you're still the best player I know. I don't think so. I'm out of practice. And besides, he fidgets shyly. Never mind, forget I asked. Come on, Tifa. Never mind, forget I asked. Come on, Tifa. Believe in yourself. That's impossible for me to do. How can I when she trails off, almost looking as though she's about to cry. I lost so badly last time, Dante. So badly that my own team kicked me out completely. You know that, right? I do, but that was then, Tifa, and this is now. You can't let one bad experience hold you back. You and I both know that that's not the only thing. Missing data? Missing data, I do not compute. Feeling left out. Sorry. Little twitch or shoulder here and there. Yeah. It's nothing. I just used to play games like this a lot, and Katie's eyes light up with a sparkle. Tifa, you should do it. Sign up. Maybe not this time around, Katie. I'm just a little too, she hedges, competitive when I play in those kinds of things. Tifa looks at me before breaking her gaze. Maybe because I'm the biggest recipient of her verbal abuses when she's in the throes of a match. Yeah. That does sound like that's the case here. I shrug in response to her look. Even so, I'm not going to say you should do it, but I would go for it if I were you. If I were you, honest. Hold on. If I were you, to be honest. Yeah. It'd be pretty sweet to see you shouting verbal abuse at other people again instead of just me. Instead of just at me. Tifa just shakes her head at me, a small grin on her face. Okay, I thought the verbal abuses were like directed at her when it comes to, let's say, lost matches or whatever. Because you know that, especially when it comes to losses, you know the esports tournaments or whatever? You know, the kind of League of Legends tournaments and all that. They can get pretty hella toxic, I'm sure. Ah, shit. Tifa just shakes her head at me, a small grin on her face. But as we pass through the exit, she hastily scribbles her name on the sign-up sheet with only the slightest touch of hesitation in her hand. Okay, I think this is where it starts off where there's different endings. I might try out for going with Tifa. No, not Tifa first. Basically, there's different routes, and I'm gonna try to aim for Stacy first, because I can't help it. Best girl for the win. But I'll definitely do Tifa next. That's what I'm aiming for. I want to see how these endings play out. I know everybody has a certain ending. I'm probably gonna go down this order. Stacy, then Tifa, then Alex, then Katie, and then the new ending they'll be bringing out sometime later on this, either later this month, next month, at the time of playing this playthrough, maybe later on next year, who knows. But yeah, so let's just save this for now, and right back. So that was the experience. That was the experience for this playthrough, and hopefully, you probably noticed that my mic audio might be a little different from the last time I was talking. I was using it because I was just trying to fix it as much as I could. So, well, I tried using programs like Reaper instead of voice meter this time, and I mean, I could tell that there's a difference. My voice isn't peaking. It isn't just like, at least I hope it's not peaking. So I'm just trying to fix that's another reason why I haven't been able to stream or make content lately, is because I'm trying to fix my mic audio so that because I noticed in my last few videos, I've been just cracking, or just my mic just sounds too loud, and I know that's gonna steer away some content. So I'm just trying my best to make it as good as possible. And so far I'm using the Reaper VST plugins. And I'm just hoping that those work. So I digress. Back to the main thing. So yeah, fun little arcade experience with Katie and them, and we do notice, I'm like, she's talked about it before in like the first chapter. Like we talked, it actually happened in the first chapter, where TIFA is mentioned to have actually been a competitor in esports, or whatever they call it in this game, but it hasn't worked out for her due to a heavy loss that gave her a pretty horrific experience, and thus kicking her, like getting kicked out of a team or whatever, and that hurt her self-esteem. And I guess like I will go through with this game to where it actually goes to her route. Like there's 4 different routes so far, and then there's going to be a 5th one soon, so I'll be sure to check it out after I get done with the first route. I'm gonna start with Stacy's first, and then or at least try to aim towards Stacy. I think the main basic route is with Katie being the cover girl right now. Otherwise everybody says that Stacy is best girl, and they're not lying. Best girl all the way. So without further ado, just to try not to drag this video out any further, I'll see you all in the next video. So until then, I'll see you all later. Bye.